The crate was damaged in transit, but the saw was fine. It had broken loose and was within about a half-inch of tipping over. I had to reinforce the pallet to prevent the saw from shifting before it could be safely hoisted upright. I built a gantry with 2x6s and 2x4s and fitted it with a 1-ton capacity chain hoist. I'm sure it was overbuilt, but since I'm not an engineer, I didn't want to take any chances. My motto is, if something is worth doing, it's worth overdoing. The gantry worked great, and with Rich and Jared's help, we had no problems pulling the saw upright. Then I used it to hoist the table into position. Bolting the table to the saw was tricky, but again, with Rich and Jared's help, we got it done. The bandsaw came with a mobility kit, but since it weighs about 1,000 pounds, it's not really something you want to move if you don't have to. The rip fence is a massive hunk of machine cast iron. It can be adjusted for drift, but so far I haven't needed to do that. The throat plate is plastic. It's warped and sits below the surface of the table. I plan to make a replacement from wood or metal someday. The dust collection works great. It does leave a lot of dust on the table, but that's just the nature of bandsaws. Not much dust accumulates in the bottom cabinet. The safety features are excellent. The upper blade guard is wraparound and telescoping, and the lower blade guard is adjustable. There are micro switches for both the upper and lower doors, which will prevent the saw from being turned on when any door is open. There's also a micro switch on the foot brake pedal. The controls and adjustments are large, sturdy, and easy to use. The outfeed table was just a quick and dirty project, taking advantage of a piece of pre-finished plywood I had kicking around the shop. Someday I'll build a bigger, sturdier table, but for now this one will do. The draft angle on the bandsaw table casting caused the outfeed table to angle down, so I had to shim it level. This machine is a resawing dream. The massive steel and cast iron structure, coupled with a sharp carbide tooth blade, leaves a fine surface that can be cleaned up with a few swipes of 220 grit sandpaper. In conclusion, the Minimax S600P is an awesome bandsaw. I look forward to exploring its capabilities in many projects and videos to come.